curious about your art, and hearing more
Yeah.
about what you're doing in the art world, and hear about the inspiration behind that.
And I mean, the first level answer is like nothing, right? Because I'm a guy who grew up with computer science and math and whatnot. So like art for me is like, what is art? Like, I don't know it. I'm scared of it. But my second answer is like, it's everything, right? It's
Yeah.
the way you talk to people. It's the way you make love. It's the way you cook. It's the way you take pictures. It's the way you write. It's the way you compose a message. It's the way you send emoji. All of this is art, right? It's just like
Yeah.
different humans, they found the different ways to manifest their creativity and their art, right? So when I look at my son, Vitalik, so his art is like this very deep thinking and envisioning and explaining. So this is his art. And I look at my daughter, his sister Misha, and when Esther was growing up and we're trying to get her interested in like computer and sciences stuff, and she's like, no, it doesn't seem to resonate. But she's an awesome artist in terms of visual arts, and she draws and she does this and that. So every human is full of that art and creativity. It's just like our mind story is like, oh, this is art, this is not art. And I say, fuck that. There is so much art. You take a glass of water, you look at the bubbles, and you take a picture of that. And there's so much art that can be found when you're really deeply connecting with anything and everything, right?
Yeah, it's even unintentional. I mean, if you look out your window there, I was looking out there as you were talking, and the art of it, the art of looking at something beautiful. Like, so you have all the buildings, these are all utility features, they're all serving a purpose, but we care about them because of what they are on, the backdrop, the land that they sit on, even their physical structure that we perceive. Everything is, we need it to be appealing, or we don't care. And that's where art comes in. Like, it literally fits into everything that we do, because we're just the kind of organisms that need to be attracted to things for whatever reason that is. I mean,
for sure,
we're not the only ones, but it's so important to weave it into everything. And like a lot of the photographs that you take, well, like, what is it that you look for? Because I saw one today, it was like a watering can,
right?
And you had the next one that was like a flower.
Yes.
And it made me think, like, that inanimate object that gives life to the flower is controlled by us. Like, what controls us that's moving us when we don't see it? Like, and I think maybe that was like the message that you were trying to send through that, or at least the fact that, like, this is still
I
provides
love your
life.
interpretation of that, right? Like, for me personally, I just looked at it and it's like, I like it. Why don't I take a picture and post it, right? And it's really interesting because then so many humans out there, they all like, and this is art and photography and so many things. They are really pointers, right? They're instead of communicating something very specific and tangible, they are very diffuse and unspecific, and through that you can actually communicate so much more. I look at this. You saw those pictures, Nate, on my Instagram feed. I took those pictures of some beautiful sunsets in the last few days, right? Yeah. And I just look at them and I feel so much joy in my heart and so much love for universe, for existence. And I just like, okay, and then I'm compelled to take them and put them out there. Like, why am I doing this? I can come up with a wonderful story or whatever, right? Maybe I'm getting it, and again, depending on my own story about myself, what can be story? Oh, yeah, I put it out there. Maybe I'll get more likes and then I feel more important, blah, blah, blah. The different story can be, I just kind of want to share my love and my joy and all kinds of stories. But end of the day, things are just happening, right? And then people have different reactions and you interact with people and who knows how it affects them, right? So really, it's like,
affected me.
Yeah, for sure, right? And this is,
I
really
look for
about
your stuff every
ourselves.
day.
It's about ourselves connecting deeper and deeper with what are the ways that life flows through us, and just like surrendering to that, and like also seeing how that impacts people around us, right? And just observing all of that. There's so much learning and wisdom is found in this process.